People of the Purple Butterfly here. purplebutterfly-people.blogspot.com. That's where my blog is located. I'm People7 on Twitter and YouTube, and people elsewhere on the internet. And as promised, there's the Murky by Design Puff Maker. You can find out how to make it in video number 121 for snag-free ponytail holders. This is the very top one that we made, the one that's a little bit wider and longer than the others. It's also the one, if you recall, with the finished edge. Okay. I call those the puff makers because they are perfect for making a high puff. You want to start with Freedom Hair. See videos 153 and 154. Specifically, you want to start with dry Freedom Hair. You don't want to do it while your hair is still wet. How to get the design on the Murky Puff Maker is videos 155 and 156. Now, to start, I actually had two on. And I always like to re-stretch them after I remove them. And if you recall, there's another video called Washing the Snag Frees. It will show how these will actually go back to their original shape once you wash them. But this is the one that's the band of the knee highs that we made the puff freeze out of. Now, the first thing you want to do, well, first thing I want to do, is I like to make a nice sharp part for this style. Yeah. Then I'm going to take a clip and a clip because I actually want that part to show in my finished puff. Okay, now you're going to make sure that the finished side is facing down and the loose side is facing up. And you're just going to get it over your head. It doesn't even have to be neat at this point, okay? Now, it's going to feel a little tight around your neck. Don't worry about that. You know, you're going to take and pull it. My ear gear is probably going to fall out while I'm doing this, so I'm not going to talk while I'm doing it. I'm just going to show you really closely. Okay, get it in the position of a headband. Ear gear back in. Well, one of them. Where's the other one? Ah, it's in the headband. Now, the only tricky part is smoothing up the back because you don't want any of it on the outside of the puff maker. Now, make sure my part's still there. Just use two clips or what have you. Now you're going to start opening this like so. At this point I take my clips out because my part's already there. And you're going to open it all the way around. So that way the edge is facing down. I'm going to do that again actually so you can see better. See that? You can see the whole design of the puff maker. You want the finished edge down. You want the unfinished edge facing up. I want my part to be seen in the finished design. Now I'm just going to take and slide that straight up. Now, once it gets to the perfect position for your puff, automatically it rolls itself, so you don't even have to worry about it, which is why this would not make a good headband type effect. It makes a perfect puff. Now, after you get that on there, you want to stretch out your hair. At this point, usually because I have some parts that are much longer than the other, that's when I spritz a little water if I'm going to. But mostly you want to make sure that your edges are nice and smooth. If you're going to use a gel or something, now would be the time to put it on there. I have a video, Edge and Nape Care, video number 144. But as you can tell, it already rolled itself up into the perfect spot. So now all I got to do is adjust and tap into place. And let's hope you can see the back where it's all smooth because of the puff maker, the sides. And if I lift my hair, you can see the puff maker. It doesn't show a lot of color while it's on the hair, but you know it's there. I do this in red, I do it in blue. I sometimes just like a different effect, and that's what I came up with. But because of the way I did it, you can see I have a part there. I like having a part in my puff. It gives a whole different effect than just a plain puff. And now that it's all nice and even, if I want a funky effect, that's when I grab my trusty bottle. Well, this one is the aloe vera vinegar and olive oil. My hair does not need any moisture at the moment, so that would not be the one I would use. Or my bottle of water or vinegar water, because as you can tell, it's not going anywhere. But, you know, you can always revive Freedom hair with a little spritz of water. And since it's winter time, I'm not using a lot of water. In fact, I'm not going to even work that in. I'm just making sure it's on the ends, so that way when I go like this, and hopefully none of that get on my camera, then I could just very lightly tap it in the shape. So it gives me a nice high puff, and that is the gist of it. Now, the thing about these, okay, your regular Snag Frees look like this. The ones we're using are the top edges that look like this, even after it's been worn or stretched out. It's the one that retains the stretch because it has a slight bit of elastic on the inside. Okay, and even with the finished edge, you could tell it will stay basically this same thickness or diameter compared to the other ones. There's also a video on how to wash the Snag Frees. I generally take a headband or something like this and bind them. Oh, and another reason why I don't use these for my puffs anymore, they tend to stretch out. I do use them to accentuate a puff that's already there, because they just slide right on in place. But they do not hold tight enough to actually hold the puff. I use those in my puff flops by the end of the day. I use the puff maker that we made in video 121, otherwise known as a Snag Free ponytail holder, and this puff will stay on for days if I wanted to. All I gotta do is put a tie on it around the edges to keep those smooth, and then a bonnet over it at night, and I'm good to go. So give it a try, and let me know what you think. Write in the comment box. Don't forget to rate, subscribe, click like, or dislike, depending on your, you or you. So, anyway, this is P+7, and y'all stay blessed. Bye now.